This is EFTM, everything for the man.
Welcome to EFTM. Today in Byron Bay, taking a look at the brand new Jaguar F-Pace. This is the first SUV Jaguar's ever built. Come a bit late to market in terms of SUVs, but they put a lot of passion and design into this. Still the same performance, handling and luxury you get from a Jaguar, but in Jaguar's most practical sports car ever. Taken the F-Pace through its paces in the Gold Coast hinterland, perhaps we'd call it, around Mount Tamborine. Some beautiful, windy, stretchy roads, but been able to really give it some and feel it through the corners. Very drifty through the corners, a bit floaty because it is an SUV, but you sit a bit lower in this than you do in other SUVs, and that's part of the design. They've tried to bring you down a bit lower than you would be in a quite a tall SUV, and I think that gives you a really great feeling, a very Jaguar feeling. You've got to remember, this car here that I'm driving, the F-Pace S, has the same engine as the F-Type. This is a supercharged V6 engine, 280 kilowatts or something like that of power. This one about $103,000. They start at $74,000 and go up to about $120,000. You'll see two very special editions on the road, the blue and the gold. They are first editions, and basically they've been spec'd up to the hilt, and they're a quality motor vehicle. Inside, you'll find an instrument cluster that can either be analog or fully digital. A beautiful LCD screen in front of me here, fully digital, plus a 10-inch infotainment system. The 10-inch infotainment system is a $2,500 option. The full digital infotainment and instrument cluster, about $5,000. So some really nice options in here. But I tell you, one of the greatest things about this car isn't actually anything other than the key. There is a key that I'm not wearing right now, but it's a wristband, and I'll show you pictures of it. It's a wristband that is what they call the activity key. You can be at the beach, you can throw the actual key to this Jag in the glove box, and then you take the activity key, tap it on the rear boot on the Jaguar logo, and it locks the car and disables that key. And then you're at the beach, you're swimming, no dramas at all. You come back to the car, you tap the activity band on the Jaguar logo again, and the car is unlocked. You can get the key, it's activated, drive away. No more burying the key in the sand or worrying about losing your key at the beach. It's actually a very cool feature. So overall, very impressive car. For their first ever SUV, they've waited a long time, and it's paid off because this is a first attempt. Beautiful. Great to drive. I've driven it mostly in sport mode, but in normal or dynamic mode, it does run quite nicely. There's a stark difference in dynamic mode. The throttle, the acceleration, the sound, also the steering and the suspension, a little bit tighter and a very different feel on the road. So very nice to drive if you do crack it into dynamic mode. In the price range, actually not bad, $74,000. I've looked at the entry level. It's a very nice car. I think a lot of people will actually opt for the Jaguar F-Pace at entry level, but you'll find a fair few people taking that first edition because it's a very nice blue. That is the Jaguar F-Pace.